Team, welcome back. Week 6 predictions. Last week, I was one of only 4 people, I think, on planet Earth that had a positive rating. 10 and 4. That was my win-loss. 57 and 20 on the year. That's a 74% win rate, but you know that. That's why you're here. That's why you're subscribed. That's why you listen to all my picks. Up first, Eagles, Giants. I already made a video about this, so we're going to keep it short. The Eagles are in a get-right game. They're going to come out hungry, and they're going to come out winning. The Giants are missing receivers. They're missing all sorts of players, and Jackson Dart throws interceptions. I think he'll be amazing one day, but he's not there yet, and the Eagles get the win. Because apparently my laptop decided not to save the footage. Broncos, Jets. Sorry, Jets fans. The Broncos are winning. I'm keeping this one super short because this is all horrible right here. Give me the Broncos. Bo Nix, they're going to win probably 30-10. All right, up next, we got the Jags in Seattle. This is going to be a tough one, I think, for a lot of people. There is one injury in particular that I am looking at, and that is Trayvon Walker, defensive end. That pass rush is literally twice as good with him in there. And because of this, and the fact that Trevor Lawrence is actually got 6 TDs and 5 interceptions, and I'm not too happy with that number. Their run game pretty good, and their defense is very solid, but the Seahawks defense is pretty solid, and they put up a lot of points. Give me Seattle going over there to the Jags to shut them down and to reclaim a spot in the top 10. The Seahawks just didn't quite make it this week. Up next, we got the Chargers going to Miami. This game is another really hard one to pick. It should be the Chargers by a mile, but with all these injuries, Keenan Allen, Joe Alt is out. I'm just not so certain. Then they have those offensive line woes, and because of this, they're getting pressure on Herbert. And Herbert's first 3 games were amazing, and the last 2 looked really, really bad. Let's be real. Because of this, even though Tyreek Hill is not there for Miami, upset Miami. I'm calling it. Miami Dolphins get the win at home. I feel this is going to be Tua's game because he did not look bad last week. You heard it here. And then we got the Rams going to Baltimore. Baltimore has some issues. Zay Flowers was limited in practice. They have a whole lot of cornerbacks, safeties, tackles on the injured list. Oh, and Lamar Jackson. Probably not going to play. With the record they've got, I don't foresee them pushing him and potentially giving him a career-ending injury or a year-ending injury, and they're going to rest him. So, because of all these reasons, give me Matthew Stafford who has 1,500 yards, Puka Nacua, and Devontae Adams. The Rams' pass rush is really good, and they're going to terrorize the Baltimore Ravens. Lock of the week. Up next, the Cardinals take on the Colts. While the Cardinals have not looked bad, aside from shooting themselves in the foot and finding ways to lose games and games they could win against very mediocre teams, this is the Indianapolis Colts. This team has their foot on the gas pedal. They have Danny Dimes, and they have the best running back in the league, Jonathan Taylor. Give me the Colts. This is really easy. This was the other pick that I was looking at to be my lock of the week. Dallas Cowboys, Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers are a bottom 3 team. Yes, they shut out the Atlanta Falcons, and they recently did okay-ish. But if you really look at the numbers, their offense, what they're getting, they're very bottom of the league. And their defense can't really stop anybody, except for that Atlanta game. That was really weird. And they did beat Miami, but Miami tries to find ways to lose themselves. The Cowboys, though, Dak Prescott, George Pickens, that's too much offense for them to handle. Look for the Cowboys to win by 14. New England Patriots, New Orleans Saints. The New England Patriots and Mike Vrabel have Drake freaking May. He is so good. I made a whole video about him. I think he is going to be the next Tom Brady or Tom Brady 2.0. He's him. And I picked the Patriots to beat the Saints. Now, don't get me wrong. The Saints are no longer the worst team in the league. I've been saying that all year. Spencer Rattler, while it is not his year, he's actually kept a couple of those games very close, very competitive against teams that I would probably rank in the 18 to 22 range of the power rankings. So a little bit of respect on their name. But the Patriots are going to smash them. They're going to win by 17. Then we got a division game. The Steelers jumped ahead in their division by having a bye week because everybody else has lost their last 2 games in that division. The Browns, the Bengals, the Ravens, 0-6 over the last 2 weeks, while the Steelers got a lovely 1 win and a bye. Old Man Rodgers was my quarterback. Much respect to him. Love that he got us a Super Bowl ring. But if you rattle him, you get him running at his old age, he falters. What do the Browns have? They have defense. And now that they have Gabriel and Judkins going, they have some offense. The Steelers, well, they couldn't stop the Jets. No offense to Jets fans, but they couldn't. Give me the Browns in the upset, because I'm pretty sure the Steelers are going to be favored in this one. Up next, you got probably one of the 2 hardest games for me to pick all week. You got the Titans with their miracle win, and the Raiders and Geno Smith, who's probably going to throw 3 interceptions. However, everything else about the Raiders is better than the Titans. Can the Titans score enough points off those turnovers? That's the big question. Or can the Raiders score enough points while they're not turning the ball over? The Titans' defense is not that great. It's like a battle of the trash cans right here. Which one's a little bit better? And I hate to say that because the Raiders were my dark horse pick. I really thought they might have had something this year. I think they get Ashton Jeanty going, and the Raiders win this one at home. And then up next, we got the 49ers going to Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield has been on one. And believe me, when he gets Godwin and Evans healthy at the same time, along with Ibuka, he's going to have a silver platter of receivers to throw it to. 10 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. That's an amazing stat line. But you know who's also amazing? Mac Jones. With the number one San Francisco, if you watch my power rankings, you know why they're there. And I'm taking the Niners in the upset because I believe the Bucs are going to be favored in this one because they're at home and they have Baker Mayfield. However, you need to understand the 49ers have been beating good teams while injured with half their team gone. Not just a receiver, not just a couple people here or there, and I know Tampa's had their fair share of injuries, but give me the Niners in a tough one, 31-28. Calling it. And up next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals, who now have Joe Flacco, who was the only quarterback to defeat Green Bay this year, against my Green Bay Packers. Is there a dark conspiracy going on? Because Joe Flacco now plays for the Bengals, and he's their starter. I know Browning's not that great, but he actually did put up some points in the fourth quarter. I know it's trash time against the Detroit Lions, and they have a pretty decent defense. However, of course, I am taking the Packers. We are going 15-1-1. I will believe in them till the day I die. I live, breathe, and bleed cheese. Let's go Green Bay. Jordan Love's going to come out here. He's going to do great. But the defense is who we're going to watch because they're the ones that have been good all year, and they're the ones that need to show they got what it takes. Because we lost to the Browns, and then we tied Dallas 40-40. Where was our defense? The Detroit Lions head to Arrowhead and take on the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the next game we're talking about. The Chiefs have a very good defense. That is the reason why they won any games at all. Oh, and Patrick Mahomes is really good. But you know what's not really good? Their run game. It's really bad. It's bottom of the league bad. The Lions, on the other hand, have everything about their offense, aside from week 1 when they lost to, I can't remember, what's the name of that team again? Anyway, probably not important. But their offense is that good. Jared Goff, St. Brown, Gibbs, Montgomery, and there's more. That high-powered offense is just too many targets to cover for that Chiefs defense. They're going down. Give me the Lions all day. And then we got our first Monday night game. I don't like these doubleheaders all that much, but we got it anyway. The Bills go into Atlanta. The Bills have Josh Allen, MVP of last year and an MVP performance so far this year, and they've got James Cook, who I think is the second best running back in the league right now. Their defense, somewhere around the middle of the pack. Their teams can't put up points against them. They're taking on the Falcons, who have been, it's really hard to gauge them. Sometimes their defense shows up and says, no, you ain't scoring points. Sometimes their offense shows up and just does their job. But it's not going to happen against the Bills. The Bills are going to probably win 30-10. I do believe the Falcons will keep it close in the first half, but as the game progresses, the better team will pull ahead. Mark my words, Bills win. Talking to you, Tom Grossi. And up next, in the late Monday night game, we have the Bears versus the Commanders. Now, the Washington Commanders have been looking really, really good once they got Jaden Daniels back. Aside from that week 2 game, I think it was. Who were they playing? Anyway, probably doesn't matter. The Commanders looked really, really good with Jaden Daniels back, almost like last year. Their defense is shutting people down well enough for the offense to score enough points to get ahead. I know that seems like a very simple thing, but that's how you win football games. The defense stops them 50% of the time, and you score 60% of the time. Odds are you win most every game. They're taking on the Bears with Mr. Inconsistency himself, Caleb Williams. But you know what's not inconsistent? The Bears' defense, aside from playing Detroit. But if you watch that game, it was actually closer than most people think until the fourth quarter when the Bears' defense was just out there so long they got gassed and tired, and Detroit started to put up points because that's what they can do. Give me the Bears in an upset here. The Bears' defense is going to get after Jaden Daniels and cause issues. All right, team. Just as a reminder, 57 wins, 20 losses, 10-4 last week. Here are my picks. Give me the Eagles, the Broncos, Seattle, Miami, the Chargers, the Colts. Give me the Dallas Cowboys. Give me the Patriots. Give me the Browns. Upset, I think. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Niners. Give me Green Bay, of course, all day. 15-1-1 Super Bowl bound. Give me the Lions. Give me the Bills. and give me the Bears. That is my Week 6 picks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out. Have a great day, and go Pack Go.